Just
And
remind
then
me.
your dog begins to cower every time he's around it. It's not what you want at all. You want your dog to obey commands, not a threat.
No, that's it. That's it. Good.
The dog's on the left-hand side, put it in the left
Thank
hand.
you.
Or if you've got the transmitter, put them together, it's fine in the right hand.
But you get yours.
Leave the handle sticking down so you can get to it, and put it on your left
What day you
side.
gonna dub that?
When you're going to have such a need, like a set of marks, or a drill with a mark in it, where the dog's gonna creep or stand up. The other thing is that I make a habit of not doing this, but doing this. Come straight down with it. One of the reasons I measure them, like this one's measured for me, is so that I know I don't even have to look anymore. That's gonna get the dog on the butt. I don't even have to look. I know it will. Because that's how it fits me. This is the sweet spot on the grip. It's right for me. Somebody with a larger hand would probably want to be down here where it's a little thicker. Somebody with a smaller hand would want to choke up on it. That's the sweet spot for me. And I can bring it right down and nail them right on the butt, which is what you want, right on the top of the rump. Once in a while, to enforce the heel move on line, to turn the dog left, what he basically does is keep his front feet set and suck his rear end in, and I'll tap him on the flank to pull his rear end over like that. You rapidly tap, tap, tap on the dog all the time with a healing stick, just makes him numb to it. You just take away the effect that it has. And if the dog is properly pressure conditioned, a small tap will get you the behavior change that you wanted. Is that the kind of thing you're asking about?
Yeah. Can you demonstrate again the difference, like you said, not in front, but
Yeah.
I don't see the subtle difference of.
If my dog is on the right hand side, then the stick still being held in the sweet spot is on the right hand side. And it comes straight down and will hit him on the rump. Instead of making this dramatic move that will draw his attention upward, becomes a threat. And it's worse yet if it's out in front of the dog. I don't hit him on the chest, but to be like anything else, if it's a bad behavior, it gets to become a bad habit. If you don't clean it up, it just gets worse. It doesn't stay the same. It gets uglier and messier. In fact, a behavior like that is a habit, is a reflection of the dog's attitude toward his work. He's not trying very hard to be an obedient dog when he's behaving like that. And it's a shame, that particular dog that we talked about it with out there is a real nice dog. He's got a lot of nice training in him. But just walking around back here and you're waiting for him, and you tend to look at still what's out here instead of watching your dog. You have no idea what he's doing out here. Then he might be getting into birds and bumpers, who knows what. My first retriever was a fairly well-bred black lab female that really could mark. And I ran her in her first ball time long before she was ready. But she could do the marks. There was a guy in Kansas City Retriever Club who had owned multiple field champions. He was a lawyer. His name was Oscar Brewer. He sat on the board of the AKC, so he was a pretty prominent guy. And he was judging the qualifying. I walked my dog and just called my number, and I was coming up to the line. The judge's chairs were here. He laid his sandwich down right there. He got his judging book out and was waiting for me, and she went by that chair, struck like a snake. Sandwich? Aye. Sandwich was gone. Fortunately, this long-time dog man, he just laughed about it. Of course, some judges would really read to the right acting. She wasn't loose, she was at heel. She just bang. The sandwich looked pretty good to her. When you go in front of judges, that's really what they're testing. They're testing raw ability, the ability to mark. They're testing their scenting ability. They're testing their memory. But most of what they're testing is training and the willingness to work with a handler. Those are really important characteristics. And I don't care what you're going to do with the dog. If you're just going to hunt it, all of that is still important to you. Every bit of it. I train my gun dogs just like I train my open dogs. It's just the difference is a matter of scale. In fact, I think that's, I'm trying to remember what Mike Lardy said on his first video. The difference between hunt tests and field trials in terms of training is more a matter of scale than the divergent method. I think that's word for word. Methods are the same. The skills are the same. You don't have to train on 500-yard blanks. On the other hand, just a tip, having a dog that can do a 500-yard blank really well is a power trip. It's really fun. So why not? If he can do that, the stuff you normally do, you're going to put other dogs to shame with it. Good. That's a good feeling. That's the dog to look up to in any yard. Own that dog. Don't just look up to somebody else who has a good dog that's really well trained. You own the well-trained good dog. Why not? If you're going to train anyway, why not train well? Any other questions about the healing stick? Actually, it heel and stiff. Because heel, and I pointed this out over on 4-phase drill with someone. I was trying to get him to step up on the dog, and I got real specific about stepping up where your kneecaps are, even with his nostrils. He's at heel then. Now, of course, the other half of that is stability. If he's not stable in that position, he won't be there very long, will he? He'll get up and walk around, because why wouldn't he? Nobody's done anything about it. But what I would do, with mind you, this is a dog that's been collar conditioned to here, to heel, to sit. So I would use my tool. I normally use this as a line manner tool. For one thing, I just don't want to overuse the e-collar. I don't want to numb them to it. I don't want to use that tool up and use it for everything. This is an inexpensive tool. It's very accurate. Anybody can use it, and it can really make an impression. But if I have a dog that's in a habit of swinging out like that dog, he's looking to do it. When he comes back, you can see his attitude. His head's up. I'm going back there. I don't care what you think. You can say heel all you want. I'm going back there like I always do. So let him get to the widest part of his swing back there, this little semicircle that he does, here. Nick, and that's another thing. Somebody got a Pro 500 transmitter nearby. Some of the transmitters are so much more effectively operated with your fingers than with your thumbs. You only have one. When you're trying to press two buttons with your thumb, you're going to miss one of them. He'll start tightening that circle up to the point where he just won't want to go back there anymore. Thank you. I still believe the ergonomics are unmatched, and that's transmitter. Which is why I still use it. I've still got my old Pro 500 from before they made the 550s. And they're both Tritronics models, so it's before Garmin bottom. But that's the way they're meant to be operated, low, medium, high. And I can switch collars, or I can switch from momentary to continuous. And I don't have to look at it, I know that. Now, they call them, you can't find that out if you don't pressure condition your dog. So yeah, I think it would be a good idea to do it. You don't have to, but I suggest it. And it won't take you very long because the dog's already been pressure conditioned with the previous calls. He just needs to get used to this, and you need to get used to this.